Hi, this is Sonia from Sonia's Mixed Media, and I'm finally back on YouTube after a few years of having a break. And back with my adult colouring books, and I've been really busy over the past month, and I've been doing a lot of colouring, and just thought I would do an update of my works in progress, my whips, and my finished pages. So we've got a few to go through, so I'll just get started. So the first one I worked in is Hannah Carlson's Daydreams, which is the only book by her that I have. And let's see, I'll just show you what. So this one here, I completed this January. So I've just been playing around with watercolours for my backgrounds, and this is the first one I did, and I think it turned out kind of nice. And on this bird here, I just used some sparkly watercolour paints that I had. I don't know if you can see, if the camera will pick it up, but there is a bit of a glittery shine on there. And the other one I did is I just played with another background, just playing with watercolours again. It was a bit messy, but did the background to the beetle there. So yeah, it's the first time I've done these sort of textured watercolour backgrounds, so I'm still getting used to that part. I'm not sure if I like it or not yet, but just played around in that one. Okay, the next I worked in was Romantic Country, and I've been working on this one here. This is done in Prismacolors and Polychromos, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do some more on this page or leave it as it is. Just wondering what colour. I sort of got stuck on what colour to do the door. So I may leave it as it is, but quite happy with that one. So I didn't do any more in this lately. This one my daughters have actually been doing some colouring in as well. Which was probably a year or two ago actually, so I haven't done much more in this one since a few years ago. Okay, so I've been having a really lot of fun with my Harry Potter colouring books. I've just ordered, this one's Magical Artifacts, and I've just ordered, what's the other one? I think it's a characters one. But in the same sort of series. So I have finished. This one was the Queen Bee Fizzing Whiz Bees. If you have a look back on my old colouring videos, this was done back then. But since then, I have done this, the Fantastic Beasts, which again I've done the watercolour background, and then I've used the Derwent Inktense on the dragons. I guess, no, they're not really dragons, are they? Well, they're kind of dragonish characters. So I quite like how they turned out. I'm not sure about the background. It turned out a lot darker than I thought. Okay, so the next one I worked on was this one, which is the Fanged Frisbees, and this one I really enjoyed doing. It was nice and easy. I just did an acrylic background with this one and just kind of blended the back with a bit of white as well. But yeah, that's got a bit of shine to it as well. And then I'll just have a look. Okay, so no, this one here is one, my next whip, or really want to do this one. I think this was going to be excellent colours, this one. I can see this all in bright colours, and I really want to do a lot of bright colours in this book because it's so, the characters are so fantastic in this. I just love it. So that's probably my next whip. Been working on this one. Every time I do another page, I try to colour in some more jelly beans. Now, I saw a lady on Instagram, I've forgotten her name, but I've taken inspiration from her, and she had it all in these beautiful bright colours, similar to this, and I knew as soon as I saw that, I thought that's how I want this page to be, just really popping with bright colours. And this is all done in polychromos and the Prismacolors. So just trying to finish all those other jelly beans off, which, you know, can be quite daunting if you sit in one sitting trying to do these hundreds of jelly beans. So I just try to do it a little bit by little bit every time I have my colouring pencils out. And then I finished this page, which is Luna. And I really like how that came out. Just used, I think it was mainly Prismacolors on this one. Oh, and sorry, I did use glitter pens, glitter gel pens for the writing. And I used a bit of gold paint for the spectacles. Just gave it a bit of a shine. So, and to make the backgrounds, what I've started to do, when there's such a big background, I've started putting soft pastel colour down first in the colour that I want. So this aqua green, put that all over the page, and then I go over it with my Prismacolors or my polychromos, and it just covers so much better than working from a plain white page. If you've actually got that little bit of pastel down on there first, it makes a big difference. So I really like how that came out. I used the gel pens around the outside. But yeah, I really love this book. Even if you're not like a huge Harry Potter fan, but you just love these whimsical type drawings. Yeah, it's one of my favourite books at the moment. Because I really like colouring in bright colours. I've found that now that I've come back to colouring again after a couple of years break, I've changed my style. I've really like bright colours now when I'm colouring, and I really like to make things pop. So this is my newest book, Harry Potter Cinematic Gallery, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's actually a hardcover book. It's kind of like a fabric. It feels like fabric, but it's hardcover. And it's really heavy because it's got really thick paper in it, and a lot of pages. Like it says 80 original images. It's quite a large book as well. And I also love it because it has this little red ribbon in there for a place marker, which is really good. And this is, I only got the book yesterday. It was yesterday, and last night I coloured this one, which was my favourite image from the whole lot. And again, as you can see, I really love colouring in those bright colours. So yeah, my style has definitely changed. I'll show you some old colour pictures I did from 2-3 years ago to the colours I use now is a lot different. But this is a beautiful book. The pages are thick. They could definitely take Derwent Intense. I think they could definitely take watercolour and acrylic, and I'm not sure about the alcohol markers, but I haven't tested them, but possibly they may go through, but they're only one-sided. But Crayola markers, you could definitely use those, no problems. Excellent paper. So I'll just give you a bit of a flip through. This one has actually got these couple of um, pages that actually fold out. I don't know if you're going to get that right on camera, but they fold out. Like, how big is that? So I think there's about 3 of those that fold out that big. It's an absolutely beautiful book. The only thing is a few of the pages have this gold markings on it. So I'm not quite sure about the gold markings. Some of them are okay, like, you know, this sort of thing. I just think it kind of looks like a bit messy, and it's not like, you know, it's not how I would have coloured that image, you know. I don't know, maybe I can go over the top of it with acrylic paint, I'm thinking. I'm just like not sure of the gold, but everything else is just beautiful. So if you are a Harry Potter fan, I definitely recommend this book here. I got it on Amazon in Australia here, and it actually was the last copy, but it did say that more was on its way. So if you're interested in Harry Potter, I definitely recommend this book. As you can see, it's gorgeous. The only other thing, and here's another gold print that I don't quite like. Luckily, they're not on every single page. The only other thing that I could say about it that I was a bit disappointed is that Professor McGonagall is only in it right at the front. I think it's the first page, and she's not even a centre character. She's just there, which I thought was a bit disappointing. I thought she could have had a full page spread, like Snape had a full page spread. I thought she could have a full page spread easily, but that's the only image of her in the entire book, which was a bit disappointing. Also, the other one was, and I've forgotten her name, but the mean professor that wears the pink outfit. What's her name? Starts with a T. I can't find it now, but there's only one little picture of her, and it's tiny. Trying to find it here. It's here somewhere. It's a tiny little picture of her, and I thought a full spread would have been fantastic because she wears the pink and she has the pink office. And I thought it'd be nice to have a picture of her behind her desk in her pink office and have everything pink. But no, I can't find it at the moment. But she's only tiny and she's running away from something or other. That was a bit disappointing. But apart from that, it's an absolutely beautiful book. In Australian dollars, I think it was about $38, and it was worth every cent because it's one of the best quality colouring books I think I actually own. The next one I worked in was Cats, Colouring for Mindfulness, and I really actually enjoy this one. I like using markers and all sorts in this, so I've got a couple of finished ones. So I finally finished this one, started it a few years ago and just finished it off. So I used markers, I used markers for the cat, I used gel pens for the raindrops, and then I've used, I think I used Derwent Inktense for the umbrella, and then went over again with Prismacolors for that one. And then I also finished this one here, which I really enjoyed doing this one. Very cute. So for the background, I just used soft pastel, which I really like the look of for the wallpaper. And the rest was done in, I think it was Inktense and Polychromos. I think the cat, I also used a bit of soft pastel as well. So I really enjoyed that one. And then I've got a couple of whips that I've been working on. So this one here with the pyramid of kitties, that I just used the Crayola markers and thought I'd sort of go for an autumn type theme. So all the cats are sort of ginger and browns. But I've got this as a whip because I want to do a background still to this one. And the last one, again, I want to finish the background, so I'll probably do like a dark black background, perhaps, or like sort of like an outer space kind of look, because they look like all the babushkas are kind of floating around. So perhaps a black acrylic background with white sort of stars in the background. And this was all done with the German Inktense and also a bit of watercolour. Watercolour was used for the cat's faces, I think. And again, you can see I really love these bright colours now. So I love playing in this one. It's a really cute book. Highly recommend it as well. The paper's nice and thick. And it's good to use your markers in. Soft pastel. That's a whip I'm doing there. That's from a few years back. Okay, we'll go on to the next one. Was Kirby Rosanna's Morphia. Now I've got Morphia and Mythomorphia, but after working in them, I've done more, I think, in Mythomorphia. I think, oh, have I done more in this one? Let me think. No, I've done more in this one. I'm not sure what I think about working in it anymore. I did enjoy it when I was using the pastels and the markers, but I don't know, I'm not a huge fan anymore. Like, it's too doodly for me, all the tiny little bits that you have to colour. I have to really be in the mood, and yeah, I'm not sure. I was going to get some more of his books, but I've decided to wait on that because, yeah, not really loving it too much. But I did complete this page here. So I used markers, gel pens. Gel pens were for all the little fish and shells and things. Markers for the penguins, and then soft pastels for the background. But I kind of ran out of steam to complete the opposite page, and I'm not sure if I want to do exactly the same as this, because this actually turned out a little darker than I was hoping. So this page I probably want to do completely different. And then I still have some whips from a few years ago, again, just using markers. Yeah, gel pens. But I'm not sure if I'm going to get around to them. Like I said, it's not one of my favourite books anymore. Sorry to all those people who love Kirby Rosanna's. I mean, I've seen finished images in these books and they do look fantastic, but it's just not my thing, like, especially like all the ones with the little doodles. Like, I just don't have the patience for it. So on we go to Outlander. So yeah, a big fan of Outlander, the TV series, and have been watching that, and I got this one finished. So this one, I'm just trying to think, I think I was just used a bit of watercolour, a polychromos in this one. I just need to fix this bit up here. I need to add a bit more yellow there, but I did that one. And I also did the girl, trying to think of her name now. I've drawn a blank to what her name is. Jamie and Claire. So Claire here doing the mashing up the herbs and making some medicines. I really like how that one turned out. I like how I did the wood, I like the bricks, and I like how I did all the leaves. So yeah, quite happy with that one. And I have done a few others. I don't know if I've shown them to you. It's been so long since I did colouring. Let's have a look. There's one with a car. This one, I really love this one. Not sure if I've shown it before, but this was done, yeah, a couple of years back. This was with shiny, I've got like a cheap watercolor set that's got really metallic shiny paints in it, and I think it was like $5-6 at the cheap store. But it's a really great set when you want to do any sort of vehicles like cars or airplanes or trains. So I use that for this, and then Derwent Intense and a bit of Prismacolor as well. But I actually really love how that turned out. So I think that's the only other one I've done. Oh no, I think I've done one at the back. Let's have a look. I'm sure there was another one. Somewhere. Maybe not. No, I'm pretty sure there was one. I might be thinking of my Game of Thrones. Yeah, no, it looks like I'm thinking of the Game of Thrones. Sorry. But this one is going to be my next whip. Absolutely love this one. With the dogs and the carpet. I'm just really looking forward to doing those parts of the page. So that will be a whip for February. And on next to the Peter Rabbit colouring book, and I'm still working on this, which again is from a couple of years ago. I just put soft pastel all over the page for like a really quick result, and now I have to go back in with the coloured pencils. I've just started on this bunny here, and I have to, you know, complete the page with the pencils. And I've also finished this one this month, which I really love how it turned out. Again, really nice and bright colours there. And in the back of this book, it actually has the original art of some of the pictures. I think there might be some of the front cover too. Yeah. So there we have the original art. So you can sort of follow those colours if you wish. But I found that it was really kind of bland. Like all these clothes was the same colour as the bunny. So I'm not into that. I'm into bright colours and mixing it up. So this is my version. And this was done just polychromos and the prismas. So I really like that one. So this is a really cute book. It's all kind of, I guess it's kind of grayscale. It's got a lot of shading in it, and it's beautiful. It's just a really nice one that I'm going to keep for the grandkids one day and get all the pages coloured too. The next one I worked in was just a whip in the time chamber. So just did this background, again in watercolours. I was playing around, and I used my metallic watercolours for this, and I think I used the technique with the cling wrap where you scrunch it up and you know, press it on as the watercolour's drying. There might have been a few bits where I used a bit of salt as well, but yeah, just kind of did the background to that one. I had already coloured in all the clocks and the girl from a while back, so I just did the background in that one. Then we have the Day of Cat. So the Day of Cat is a really cute one too, and not that one, that's from a while ago. I finished this one here. Now I'm trying to think. Yes, I used my watercolors for the top and for the sky and for the grass. And then it was Prismacolors for the cat, and yeah, also Prismacolors I think for all the daffodils. Again, nice and bright. I guess that's going to be my style from now on, just really beautiful bright images. Although I did this one a while ago, and this is also nice and bright, but that was all done in markers. Yeah, another really cute book. This one I did a few years ago. I don't know if I've shown you that one. That was done a few years ago. That's a cute book too. And then the last one I did this month was The Magical Journey, and just did a couple of whips. They are really big pages to complete and a lot of doodly bits as well, so they take a while. So I started this one here with the South America, again with the metallic paints, with the airplane there, and then some metallic paint, and I believe I used some gel pens as well in this, and some ink tints, so real sort of mixed media. And then I've also been working on this one here because I completed this I think a year or two ago, Surface Paradise, and so now I'm working on this one, America Bound. And yeah, so watercolor paints in metallic and lots of gel pens as well. So that's, I really love these books. I've got The Magical City, and I've also got the Christmas one by Lizzie Mary Cullen as well. So they're really great for being nice and colourful in. So yeah, this has been all my whips and my completed pages for January 2021, where I finally got back into colouring, yay, and having a lot of fun. And hopefully I'll be back to you, well not hopefully, but definitely I'll be back to you in February with some more completed pages and whips. So please subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more. And yes, I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and I hope everyone has a great day. Stay safe, and goodbye.